I thought I would do this video because I am having a spring clean out. In order to make way for a lot more work that's happening this year for exhibitions and things that I'm preparing for, I need to make some more space in my studio, or barn, as you can see I'm in. It's my studio barn. So I have selected 16 paintings that have been hanging about the studio for a wee while, and I thought it would be better to offer them to people who may actually want to have them in their lives, on their walls, rather than taking up space in my studio, which I need for new work. So there are 16 of them. If you click the link underneath this video, it will take you to a page where you can see more detail about each one, that is the dimensions, the media, whether they're framed or not, and a guideline price for them. Prices are going to be an open bidding system with a guideline starting bid price. Hopefully I'll be able to make a bit more room and a wee bit of money to buy some more canvases and more paint as well. So here we go, let's have a wee look at them. Okay, so here's an overview of them. As you can see, I have them all numbered. There's one high up on the wall there. There are 16 of them in total. So let's start at number 1. This is a large oil on canvas. It's in a white frame. This one, number 1, is Moment on the Journey. It's very atmospheric. It's was painted after I had come back after a very intense cycling trip around Fort William, and I got the train back to Glasgow, so it's the West Highland line. This is number 1. I'll just zoom in so you can see a wee bit more detail there. There's pure oil on canvas with this one. There's no collaged elements. Signature to prove I did it, I think. I think I did it. Yeah, I did. Okay, so there's Moment on the Journey. Going on to number 2. This is a fairly realistic river scene. Let's just back up here. There we go, full frame. Number 2. River Calder in winter, and it is the river flowing quickly over some sculpted and smooth stones. This was painted back in 2009. I actually dated that one. It's oil on canvas board, and the board is held within a plain wooden frame. So that one ready to hang as well. Number 3, I see the numbers falling off that one. That was painted from a camping trip up in the Trossachs during the summer solstice, and that is actually the sun rising on the longest day of the year last year. The light was fantastic. That is 60 centimetre square oil on canvas on a box canvas. I will tidy up the edges if somebody wishes to purchase this. So that one is number 3, although the number's helpfully fallen off. Number 4 is a large, again, oil on canvas. This is West to Arran. It's really gorgeously framed. It's a wooden frame with a pewter effect on it, and a plain black slip. You can just see how the, come on, focus. There we go. See how the it's slightly reflective. It's a really, really nice frame on that one. So the view is, as the title gave away, West Arran from Knock Hill, which is an Iron Age fort above Largs. So that's Goatfell, and we have a couple of gulls playing about. Let's just get in for some more detail here on the paint surface. Really quite colourful, the foreground of that one. So that one's number 4. Back along here to number 5. This is an unframed, it's oil on canvas and paper in that it's got quite a lot of collaged elements. This is Carseg Arches and Carseg Bay on the Isle of Mull, which I visited a couple of years ago during the springtime. This one incorporates maps of the Isle of Mull, maps and sketches that I did. You can just make out down there, it says Carseg Arches, and there's some maps there, and there's some sketches I did on location embedded into the painting there too. So it's not actually a fixed view, this one, it is a sort of a collection of lots of different perspectives that all come together to make one image. It's fairly colourful. You can see the bits of the OS map there that help to shape the image, and the rocks and fascinating geology that's all part of Mull. Bit of camera shake. There we go, number 5 that is. Moving on to number 6, a wee one. Plain oil on canvas, unframed. I can't remember the title off the top of my head, but there you are. It's a moorland scene in autumn, coming into winter with hazy mountains in the background, and when the grasses go that lovely russety yellow colour when all the greens died away. Number 7 is the same size as number 6, also oil on canvas, unframed, sudden snow shower this one is, reminiscent of walking in the Luss Hills and looking over to the mountains to the northwest. A sudden snow shower, again in autumn time, coming into winter. You can see the mountain in the back there's got snow on it. Number 8. Tiny small. I think this one's just 10 inches square. River at Kishorn, oil on canvas. It was done in situ up in Kishorn, just before the rains got me to pack up. So it's got that vibrancy of something that's been painted outside. There we go. Number 9. You might recognise this hill on the right. It's the Buchel Etive Moor that you get, that stands guard between Glen Etive and Glen Coe, and it is a viewpoint of it that you don't normally see because I was up the hill just to the east of it, Binacrulista. I don't know if my pronunciation is right there. But that's what that one is. It's oil on canvas, unframed, number 9. Where's number 10? Here we go. Number 10 is Red Point Beach, but it's facing back towards the path that leads you down to the beach. Oil on canvas, unframed. I did this as a demonstration for Bearsden and Mulgai National Association for Fine Arts Society last year. You can see the rocks there. The day I was down there, there was a storm blowing in. I actually couldn't look out to the sea because the sand was just blasting my face too much. So that's number 10. Number 11. This is a boulder field on Ben an Airn. In the Aaracher Alps. You can see the bright green lichens on the rocks there, and the hill in the distance looking brooding is Ben Im. So heavy skies, lots of atmosphere in that one. We've been neglecting to show some detail these last couple, so we'll just move into the paint surface here. Let you have a look up close. So that is Boulderfield. Ben Nairn, number 11. Number 12, back to the left. This is also oil on canvas, are you seeing a theme here? Number 12 is Ben Ban, Torridon. And this takes the topology of the OS maps and the contour lines as inspiration. There are no collage maps in this one, it's just pure oil on canvas, on a box canvas. You can see there, you can choose whether you'd like to frame it or just leave it plain edged. That's ready to hang. I'll just zoom in for some more detail. There we go. So you can see the contour lines and some hints of numbers fading in and out of the paint surface. And again, this isn't a static viewpoint, this is a sort of perspective from memory that kind of sums up the feeling of Ben Ban, which is slopes down towards the head of Loch Kishorn in Wester Ross. Now these next two, number 13 and number 14, are from the Mountain Studies series. They're oil on canvas, but they are copies of watercolour paintings that I made. So they are oil on canvas designed to look like watercolour paintings, watercolour sketches that I did whilst clinging to the side of hills, because it's not practical to take oil on canvas up a hill. Both 50 centimetres square, both on box canvases, same as before. It's a 4.5 centimetre depth. This one, number 13, is Sgwr Île de Môr. I don't know about my pronunciation, but it's in the Mamors, a group of hills that overlook the Grey Corries and Ben Nevis, from about a 7-mile walk in from Kinlochleven. It was the first wild camp. I had stayed out overnight up a mountain by myself, this one. So that's the first one, number 13, and whoo, I've fallen over. Number 14 is a bit more recognisable. This is Ben Lomond from Hill Above Luss, again in the style of a watercolour painting, but it is in fact oil on canvas, because it captures that immediacy and that energy that you get when you're outside painting, but it is more permanent, it's in an oil painting. Second to last, number 15. This is actually two canvases, sold as one. If you want to be fancy about it, you could call it a diptych, because that's what it is. I can't remember what this is called. Oh, it's Loch Katrine. Is it? Yeah, it is Loch Katrine. So it's quite heavily stylised. Takes the Trossachs and Ben Venu as inspiration. So that's 15. Oil on canvas, on box canvases. Really quite stylised. And last one is also inspired, just like the first one is, by journeying on the West Highland line. It's that speed, that sense of speed as you go whizzing past the landscape and crane your neck to get a look at it. So this is from the West Highland line, number 16. Again, oil on canvas, oil on box canvas that is. There we go. Let's zoom in. It's got quite a heavy glaze on this one, which is why it's quite shiny looking in this light. There we are. So, if you're interested, please let me know. Drop a bid. I'm going to open this up and keep it running for a week or so, just to let everybody who perhaps is away on holiday have a fair chance of buying one of these if they want to buy one. Thank you very much and happy springtime!